I want to just talk a little bit about real or fake, especially when it comes to fake news, fake articles you read online, fake facts that are not true. And so there's a divide, there's a polarization between the left and the right, politically speaking. And if we're thinking about the new age, the new information age that we're in right now, or the digital age, digital revolution time, with so many outlets for stimulation, bombarded and really can be overwhelmed and bogged down in the information. So this can be from all over. I mean, this can be from videos and sources that are probably not the best sources out there, which can lead you in with the power of persuasion, but they're actually, the person is probably, I use the phrase living on a glyph. And what I mean by that is just out there, not having any real grounding in reality and what is actually going on in the world, what is real, what is, that's what I mean when I say living on a glyph. So, with this, um, I think when you're researching your information, look at impositions from other people, not, these people telling you what, you need to know. This is what you need to do. I'm telling you this. You need to, follow me and listen to me. And while there's sort of an expert dependent mentality going on, I think, well, I mean, that we need to go look at the information for ourselves and be able to find and discern what is real, what is fake. Like, even if you're going online and you see some sites that aren't very good, the .org sites are usually sites that are highly recommended to go on and read and look at because that has real expert, very um, aligned with realism, and they just give pretty darn good information that is better information than, say, Wikipedia. Although, go down the sources at the bottom. And I mean, that's true for so many, English classes when it comes to citing your sources. And I mean, while it can give good backgrounds of things, it's just not one of the recommended sources um, when it comes to really getting good information. So, I'm going to just find something here which is going to get a little bit more in depth into this. And I'm probably not going to read every single thing off of this. But I just want to kind of give a good little, um, give you a good understanding. So let me see here. Uh, it's called Urban Myth. It's Urban Myth. And this is something I wrote very recently. And I'm just going to look at this and then talk to you about a couple of the things that I said in this. So it says, I found an urban legend about about shoes that were worn by spies. This was a story that I found. And I'm going to go into more detail about it. So it says the shoes are yellow with lifted heels, and they were used by spies. They would remove would be spy hunters out of their vision so they wouldn't get caught. There is also an argument going on online that during the Second World War, spies wore them to fool the Germans. However, the shoes were made for complaining customers. Many theories are going on online, and people look for signs to tell how spies are determined um, and what they are doing. Something can be misseen and misunderstood out of an experience that doesn't answer the whole riddle. You can't always tell by looking if somebody is spying or if they are a spy. There are also economic misunderstandings for why the shoes were sold. But then those shoes were used by spies. Um, People can read these articles and they can also go out into the world as and have their own experiences. And in this case, it deals with certain shoes. Some pictures can be found on the internet. The writing sounds so truthful, adding in a possible experience a person might have. So, really, really look with your own experience, because I found, and I mean, I predicted, that when I was looking on this site, it's clear as day. It's written in stone on the site. It tells you false. This is false. It's red with the X or something. False. Where might be what is known as an urban myth. So it said false, number one. Number two is, one side said this and gave evidence. And then another group or party organization research team said this and gave this and contradicted that. And it's more like if you were reading, like a mystery conspiracy article instead of like a factual, objective. These are the facts. This is what's going on. This is entirely realistic. There's no, major, contradictions going on with it. Just like if you were reading a news source, reading CNN or Fox News. I mean, I don't know if that's the best example because there's many, many sides to that, but I'm just seeing if there's anything else. So yeah, and another thing is all the things going on with social media. Talked about this before, where one person learns this bit of information, and another person learns this, which is very, very different, and then they fight. A fight is ensued. So, that's really what I want to say about real or fake.